am available for all sort of MyLab courses, MS Excel, MS Word, MS PowerPoint, MS Access Mathematics, Accounting and Statistics, Problems Rock.
Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's session we are taking XP22 Excel chapter 5 cumulative assessment travel. I will guide you through this video step by step, making it easy for you to follow, and you can done your assignment by watching this video. You can contact me for your assignments help, exam help, quizzes help, and for complete course help on my WhatsApp and email. My WhatsApp and email are given in the description and shown on my bottom of the screen. You can contact me easily on my WhatsApp and email. I can do all online courses, my lab math, my lab accounting, my lab finance, my lab Excel, my lab Word, my lab Access, my lab Java, C++, Python, and many more online courses. I am also handling many students courses on Pearson, Cengage, Blackboard, and many more colleges and universities. Please add me for your weekly quizzes, add me for your weekly assignments, add me for your complete course. You will be free from this course. I will handle your complete course. I will do your all assignments, simulation training, simulation exam, midterm and final. Okay, you can contact me on my WhatsApp and email. Let's start our assignment to solve it step by step. Title of assignment XP22 Excel chapter 5 cumulative assessment travel. Here is project description to get idea about your project. Now moving on question number 1. Question number 1 is that start Excel, download and open the file name XP22 Excel chapter 5 cumulative assessment travel. Grader has automatically added your last name to the beginning of file name. Basically in this question we will have to download Excel workbook from Pearson IT Lab dashboard. You can download this file easily from your Pearson portal. You can see this map file. I am gonna showing. Now moving on question number 2. On the subtotal worksheet, sort the data by employees and further sort by categories both in alphabetical order. Okay, on the subtotal worksheet we will go to the subtotal worksheet and then we will sort the data by employees and further sort by categories both in alphabetical order. Okay, we will click on employees and go to the editing group, click on sort and filter. Okay, and then we will add label is employees and further sort by categories both in alphabetical order. Okay, employees and categories both in alphabetical orders, and categories both in alphabetical order. Okay, this data will be sorted. Now moving on question number 3. Use the subtotal feature to insert subtotal rows by employees to calculate the total expenses by employees. Okay, use the subtotal feature to insert subtotal rows by employees to calculate the total expense to the employees. Simply we will go to the Excel workbook, click on data tab and then go to the outline group, click on subtotal. Okay, insert rows by expense and rows. Okay, this is good. Now moving on question number 4. I have done 3 questions of this assignment right now. Question number 4 is that collapse the division and Miller section to show only their total, leave the other employees individual rows displayed. Okay, collapse the divisions and Miller section to show only their totals. Okay, we will collapse this and Miller section and okay Davidson. Okay, collapse the Davidson and Miller section both or show only their total, leave the other employees individual rows displayed. Okay, question is done. Now moving on question number 5. Use the expenses worksheet to create a blank pivot table on a new worksheet named summary and name the pivot table categories. Okay, use the expenses worksheet to create a blank pivot table on a new worksheet named summary. Okay, we will copy this name summary. we will click on expenses worksheet, go to the expense worksheet, and then we will go to the insert tab and click on pivot table, insert a blank pivot table and rename as this sheet as summary. Okay, we will rename this sheet as summary and then name the pivot table to categories. We will copy this name and then we will rename this pivot table to categories. Go to the pivot table analyze and then go to the pivot table name in the pivot table group. Okay, we will name this categories. Question is done. Now moving on question number 6. Use the category and expense field. Enable Excel to determine where the field go in the pivot table. Okay, use the category and expense field. Enable Excel to determine categories and expense. Enable. Now moving on question number 7. Okay, modify the value field to determine the average expense by category. Change the custom name to average expense. Okay, view field setting and then click on average and then custom name to average expense. We will copy this average expense. We will change this custom name to average expense. Okay, then click on OK. Now moving on question number 8. Format the value field with the counting number format. Okay, format the value field with the counting number format. We will simply click on every field setting, go to the value field setting, go to the number format, counting number format with 0 decimal places. Okay, counting number format with 2 decimal places. Now moving on question number 9. Tap category in cell A3 and change the grand total layout option to on the row only. Okay, tap category in cell A3. Simply click on cell A3 and then we will tap category. Okay, then change the grand total layout option to on the rows only. Grand layout option to show rows only. We will go to the pivot table analyze in the pivot table group. Click on the options. We will simply go to the options. Go to the design. Okay, simply we will go to the design tab in the layout group. Simply click on grand totals and on for row only. Okay, moving on question number 10. Apply light blue pivot style dark 2 and display banded rows. Apply light blue pivot dark 2 and display banded rows. Go to the design, apply light blue pivot dark, okay, and then display the banded rows. We will go to the design tab in the pivot table style option. Simply we will display the banded rows. Question number 11 is that insert a slicer for the employees field. Change the slicer height to 2 inches and insert a slicer. We will go to the insert tab and then simply click on slicer for employees field. Simply click on OK. Change the slicer height to 2 inches and apply the light blue slicer dark style 5. Move the slicer so that the upper left corner in cell A10. Okay, change the slicer height to 2 inches and apply light blue slicer dark 5. Go to the height. Okay, we will set 2 inches. Okay, and then apply blue slicer dark style 5. Go to the slicers design and then style. Okay, slicer style and then we apply this style. Move the slicer that upper left corner and cell A10. We will move this upper left corner and cell A10. Go to the home tab and cut and then paste in cell A10. Moving on question number 12. I have done 11 question of this assignment right now. Question number 12 is that use the expenses worksheet to create another blank pivot table on a sheet named totals. Name the pivot table employees, add the employees to rows and add the expenses field to the values area. Sort the pivot table from the largest to smallest expense. Okay, first we will use the expenses worksheet to create another blank pivot table on sheet named totals. Okay, go to the expensive worksheet and then we will create another blank pivot table. Expensive worksheet, simply go to the insert tab and then create another blank pivot table. The name sheet is totals. Click on insert tab and then click on pivot table and then click on OK. Right click on this sheet 2 and then rename as totals. Okay, name the pivot table employees. We will copy this name and then we'll go to the pivot table analyze and then go to the pivot table analyze and then go to the pivot table group and then pivot table name to pivot employees. Okay, add the employees to rows and then add the expenses field to the values area. Okay, employees to the rows area and then expense field to the values area. Employees to the rows area, expense field to the values area. Okay, sort the pivot table from largest to smallest. Okay, we will sort the pivot table, we will from largest to the smallest. Okay, go to the data and the sorted filter group, simply largest to smallest. Okay, moving on question number 13. I have done 12 questions of this assignment right now. Question number 13 is that change the name for the expense column to totals and format the field with account number format. Change the name for the expenses column to total and format the field value setting field with account number format. Okay, we will click on the sum of expense and then we will go to the pivot table analyze and then simply click on field setting. We will custom name change table to totals to totals and then format with account number format the field with account number format, select and then go to the field setting and then go to the number format, apply account number format, press OK, click OK. Question number 14 is that I have done 13 questions of this assignment. You can see if you do not able to do this assignment, you can contact me on my WhatsApp and email. I will do this complete assignment for you with A+ grade. Now I am doing question number 14. You can see question number 14 is that insert a calculated field to subtract 2659.72 from the totals field. Change the custom name to above or below average and apply the account number format to the field. Okay, insert a calculated field, subtract 2659.72 from the total field. Okay, simply click on totals and go to the pivot table analyze and then simply field atom or sets and then simply click on calculated field in the calculations group. Okay, insert calculated field is that. Okay, simply click on expense and then simply click on insert field, subtract from 2659.72 okay from expense field from the total field, sorry. Change the custom name to above or below average. Okay, we will change, go to field setting and we will change the custom name to above or below average and then simply click on OK. Account number format. Okay, go to the format and then we will apply account number format. Go to the format number format and then apply account number format, then click on OK. Again click on OK. Okay, this question is done. Now moving on question number 15. I have done 14 question of this assignment right now. Now moving on question number 15. Set 10.86 as the width for column B and 13.71 for the column C. Okay, simply click on column B, right click on column B and click on column width. Okay, we'll change column width to 10.86 and then column B for 13.71. Right click on and click on column width 13.71, then click on OK. Okay, change the row height of row 3 to 30. right click on row 3 and then click on row height, and then we'll change the row height to 30, then click on OK. Apply word wrap to cell C3. Okay, simply click on cell C3, go to the home tab. In the alignment group, simply click on wrap text. Okay, now moving on question number 16. I have done 15 questions of this assignment right now. Question number 16 is that insert the get pivot delta function in cell F1 in the expenses worksheet. It should retrieve the value from B9 in the total worksheet. Okay, basically in this question we will insert the get pivot delta function in cell F1 in the expenses worksheet. Okay, we will go to the Excel workbook and then simply click on expenses worksheet. Okay, and then we will click on cell F1, press is equal to, and then we will go to the total worksheet and then simply click on cell B9 and then click on enter. Click enter. Okay, go to the expensive worksheet, click on cell F1. Click on cell F1. Press is equal to, and then go to the total worksheet and click on cell B9. Press is equal to, go to the total worksheet, click on cell B9 and then press enter. Okay, this question is done now. Moving on question number 17. I have done 16 question of this assignment right now. Create a cluster column pivot chart from the pivot table. Move the pivot chart to new worksheet name chart. Hide all field button in the pivot chart is it necessary. Okay, basically in this question we will create a cluster column pivot chart from the pivot table. Okay, we will create a cluster pivot chart from the pivot table. Go to the pivot table, analyze, go to the pivot chart, insert cluster column pivot chart. Okay, move the pivot chart to new worksheet name chart. We will move the chart to new sheet to sheet name is chart. We will copy this name and then we will move this chart to new sheet to chart. Move chart to new sheet, go to design and move chart to new sheet chart. Click on OK. Chart moved on new sheet. Hide all field button in the pivot chart if necessary. Hide all field button, go to the field button and then simply hide all field button.